So I am going to we're going to talk about another strategy for exploding a moment. Okay, just a quick recap, maybe. One thing we talked about yesterday was that people use very specific nouns to show a picture, right? So we looked at this first sentence where Jacques saved his allowance penny by penny until he had enough money to buy a small home movie camera is much more specific and helps your reader make a picture in the mind. So the writer of this sentence and that from that book wanted the reader to know that it was something specific that Jacques did rather than Jacques saved stuff thing by thing until he had enough to get something. So that was one strategy that will help you strengthen your writing, no matter what kind of writing you're doing. Another strategy for exploding a moment was to write out the moment step by step using short sentences and even fragments we used here. It's not highlighting, but we did. There we go. To control the pace and zoom in on a moment. It tells the reader that, hey, this is important. So another strategy that we're going to talk about is to include sensory details, okay? And so your five senses, sight, hearing, taste, touch, and smell. Well, when you use those senses and you write those senses into your writing, add those senses into your writing, then it helps your readers experience and feel and understand what you are writing. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples, and then you're going to have a chance to practice. Okay, so the first example is from a book, A Murder of Quality, from Jean Le Carre. And he says, new sounds disturb the moaning of the storm, the parched creak of a door, the mutter of a crumbling roof, the incessant sigh of wind upon a dying house. So you can really hear those sounds as a reader so you can experience the mood and what's happening. This is one of my favorites from Jerry Spinelli's memoir, Knots in My Yo-Yo String. Here he's talking about emptying the trash. So to lift the lid off the garbage can was to confront all the horrors of the creepiest movie, dead, rotting matter, teeming colonies of pale, slimy, creeping things, and a stench that could be survived only in the smallest whiffs. So we can picture these slimy, creeping, pale, the dead, rotting matter, and it smells. A stench is a word that isn't positive. It's a negative word. Ironically, the garbage can was never more disgusting than the day after garbage collection, for the collection was never quite complete. The garbage man would snatch the can from our curbside and overturn it into a garbage truck's unspeakable trough. He would bang it once, maybe twice, against the trough wall. This would dislodge most of the garbage, including a rain of maggots. Great image there. But not the worst of it, not the very bottom of it, the most persistent, the oldest, the rottenest, the vilest. So using those specific details can help paint your pictures. The last one I'm going to show you is an example of a writer mixing together sight, sound, and smell. Okay? These will also be in the mentor text bank for you to always have as examples. So a soft fall rain slips down through the trees, and the smell of ocean is so strong that it can almost be licked off the air. Trucks rumble along Roger Street, and men in t-shirts stained with fish blood shout to each other from the decks of boats. Beneath them, the ocean swells up against the black pilings and sucks back down to the barnacles. Beer cans and old pieces of styrofoam rise and fall, and pools of spilled diesel fuel undulate like huge iridescent jellyfish. The boats rock and creak against their ropes, and seagulls complain and hunker down and complain some more. So by adding details about what the rain looks like, what the ocean smells like, the t-shirts look like, what the narrator hears and sees, helps the reader be a part of this experience and to really be able to envision what's happening. So when you're writing and you have to choose, right? Which moment do I need to explode? Then think about one strategy. Another strategy now is using your senses, okay? So reread the part you chose to explode. You can make a quick sensory details chart, and I'll show you that in a second. Add sensory details to your chart and create vivid sentences with the sensory details from your chart. Okay, so I'm going to share. Hopefully this will work. Hopefully you see this on my screen so I don't have to remake it. But here is what you'll be doing whenever you want to try this strategy of adding details like this. So you reread the part you want to explode, like, this is important. I really need to add more detail here. And thinking, okay, not just add detail, what kind of detail will help my reader understand what's going on here? So try sensory details. Make a quick sensory detail chart, like so, and create vivid sentences with the sensory details from the chart, okay? So I might say, my character sees crumbling walls and gray clouds. They might smell salt water and fishy and mildew and dampness. They might hear crunching under my feet and hot air. It might feel hot, right? And damp. Maybe there's a breeze I want to put in there. And then I take one of those or two, and then you can play with sentences like the dark, angry clouds hung low in the sky, casting, I have to figure out a good adjective or a way to describe those shadows, across the cluttered yard. So that in its own sentence, I could say, the debris strewn or debris covered. I like covered, debris covered. And then I could even be more specific and say leaf covered, something like that. So just playing with it. Okay, so now you're going to try. And you are going to get an assignment called Writing Practice Explode a Moment. All right. And what you're going to do is I have this mentor text there for you, but you can choose one of the following images, okay, to practice this. And you're going to use 3 senses and so you're writing a paragraph, okay? And so you'll use specific nouns, might as well, and write at least 5 sentences. So this is what it will look like. Okay, so you are going to explode a moment and craft a paragraph. I should add that. Of 5 sentences. Okay, so the first sentence will be 10 words in length. The second sentence will be at least 6 words. The third sentence needs to have no more than 5 words, so it's short. Fourth sentence, no more than 4. And sentence 5, at least 13. So that's a long one. Okay, so that's kind of the structure of the kind of writing you're going to do right now. So you will go to these Google Slides and you'll pick either this picture or this picture. And I want you to notice that you can move these so you can see this, so you don't have to remember. So you're going to type your sentences right in the boxes. Okay, so my first sentence might be, Thelma sitting at her table, sipped steaming lemon grass tea, which perfumed the air with sweet, sweet something. I can't think while I'm doing it on the spot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm good there. Rain pelleted the windows. Wind rattled the shutters. I have no idea what that noise is. Rain, so that's at least 6. Okay, now I'd have to do, okay, I haven't done, let's see, steaming. So what I might do here, sip steaming sweet tea, which perfumed the air with sweet lemon grass. So I've done smell, I've done sound. Maybe I'll do, let me check. Oh, and here, that's, yes, sound and feel. Okay, the afternoon. Thelma shuddered in the afternoon chill. Icy enough to, no, maybe I'll do afternoon chill, which afternoon chill as cold. You kind of get what I'm doing. Cold enough to, I get a little obsessive here, enough to freeze the raindrops before they hit the ground. So I really have some work to do here because it's supposed to be no more than 5. So I'm going to just move that. Okay. So you can see your paragraph will be in these boxes. Okay. So you can choose this picture, that picture. I think there's one more down there. Well, you'll just have to be surprised by that one because I can't see it because I'm stuck on this screen. All right, so that assignment will be in Canvas, and I will, hopefully it will be self-explanatory how you do that, but I'll make a quick tutorial. Okay.